For this next tutorial, we're going to go through the report view and also the threats and opportunities. And as you can see, I have on the value in the image. I think that's probably the best one, should be your default. And in the report view, it shows you how long the report is for. This one is for 1 month, and it gives you a report on each day on what's going on with the person's cycles. And you can see up here what the moon is, and it gives you the time, and then it gives you what number you are in the physical cycle, the emotional cycle, the intellectual cycle. Shows you on a bar graph whether it's negative, whether it's positive with the green, and the bar graph is negative, it's red if it's negative, it's green if it's positive, and it shows which direction that it's going. In this situation, it shows that the cycle is going down, and this one's going down. This one, it shows that it's going up, and overall subtotal shows that it's going down and down. And so the average of all the cycles is 15. And this is good to be able to print this out and give it to somebody, because it has a lot of information, and it has written out what are the suggestions that would be good for a person to do on that particular day. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at threats and opportunities. Okay, in threats and opportunities, this gives you information about the time that you're actually viewing the chart. This is for 30 days. So for the subtype, these are the up phases when you're going up into the upper area above in the output area. And so in this situation, I'm going to go up here, and when I get that double arrowhead, I can actually move it over to the side so I can see all the writing. You can actually change these columns and make them wider or shorter depending upon what you want to do and what you want to see. But in this situation, it shows that the physical phase is up, and it shows you from when to when the physical phase is going to be up. Same with the emotional phase, same with the intellectual phase. Now, here are the subcritical days, and these are the physical critical days. These are the days that you're crossing over. These are the ones that are very important to remember, because these are the ones where most people are going to be unstable. So it shows you when they're going to cure. Usually they occur during 1 day, and so that's why you have the same values in these two. And it'll start at the time of the day that you were born, that you'll be subcritical. Usually be the time that you were born during the day, and then it'll be 12 hours before and 12 hours after. And so that's a good thing to remember. And then the down phases, this is when your biorhythms are going down. It's the subcritical days, and so these are when they go from the critical line down to bottoming out. As you can see in the physical, it goes from 19 to 25, so that's 6 days. And then it's also the down phase from 12 to 18 for the physical. And so it's good information. You can actually print this out and know when you're going to have major changes, and also shows you when the full moon is. It's a good idea to know when the full moon is. And then here's your 0 day, your physical 0 day, your emotional 0 day, and your intellectual 0 days. With this knowledge, you can find out what's going on, and then you can be prepared for those particular days. And then the 0 days, again, are the days when it goes to 0. That's when the days are 0. That's when the cycle starts. And then the critical days are the halfway through. So that's how this works. And then to be able to get the full power of this type of graphing, you need to go and you have to have the full power of the program. So you go to toggle simplified, and that gives you all the different opportunities that you have. And the big things is it gives you duration and end of date, and then it gives you time interval. And these are crucial to determine what distance you can see in the past or in the future and how it appears on the screen. So in this situation, we have it 1 day at a time, and so we can usually see 1 month at a time is no big deal. If we do 2 months at a time, it sort of contracts it together, and then 3 months. But we get to a point where we actually won't be able to see as much as we need to know, and it'll give us a warning that we can't see that much. I did a half a year and it just won't appear on the chart. So what I end up doing is usually I will try and keep this duration usually about 3 months max if I want to see off into the distance in the future with once a day. And if you notice, when I change this, I can actually go now to the report, and you'll see in the report field it'll actually give me the information, and it'll go from 9/19 to 12/18, which is 3 months. This is how you actually control what you're actually going to see in this particular area. And then again, here you have the information about Captain Biorhythm. Most of the time I don't need to see that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just shrink this back down so that I can see more information. So that's the report, and then we have the text, and this will just print out the text information, which is just basic information about what the values are in a numerical way and what's going on with the cycle. It's an abbreviated definition of what's going to be happening every day that's easy to print out, and so you can utilize it very effectively just printing it out or just putting it in a text capture. And then here's the threats and opportunities again, and then we have the journal. And the journal gives you the ability to actually type in to the square on what actually happened on that day. So I can say I felt sick that day. Here, I was very emotional. And so by having the journal feature, you basically could go to any day in the past or the future and basically put down information in these little boxes to say what actually happened. You can put information on either side, and this gives you the different way that you felt. That's a way of keeping track of what percentage on a scale of 0 to 100 how you actually felt. So you can actually put in what you really felt on that day compared to what it was actually according to what your experience was. So this is an invaluable opportunity to keep track of what you're actually doing.